2 years ago, if you had told me I would be standing in a classroom teaching, I would have laughed it off. Teaching was never the plan, and yet here I am. Somehow it feels like the path that always made the most sense. Before the fellowship, my life looked very different. I was working at a consultancy firm, building a career in tech. This one evening, I remember I was watching this docu-series on Netflix called Connected. It's about the hidden power of data. I wasn't just intrigued about how data shaped our world, but I was consumed by the desire to understand it better and to dig deeper. So that's where I decided to do my master's in data science, and I ended up specializing in natural language processing, NLP. I had a very clear plan to continue in research, maybe pursue a PhD, and then contribute to the field in meaningful ways. But the deeper I got into that world, the more the questions I had started to change. I realized that while I was building models to process language, there were children in my own country who were struggling to, read a single sentence. And I began to feel the disconnect between the work I was doing and the reality that I was witnessing. So that realization really hit me hard, and I did not just want to just analyze the world from a distance. I actually wanted to step in and be the part of changing it. So that's when Teach for India came into the picture. I wasn't looking for a job. I was searching for the purpose, a way to be useful, maybe to be a part of something bigger than myself. It wasn't easy to switch careers. I mean, how do you go from tech to teaching with no background in education? I had no formal training, no prior classroom experience, but I did have, a growing conviction that access to opportunity should not be a privilege. And for me personally, this wasn't just a professional shift, but it was more like a commitment to bridge that gap. I still remember filling the application process and the assessments, especially the assessment center. It made me reflect deeply on my intentions, on my values, the kind of leader I want to become. And I remember when I got selected, there wasn't excitement that I felt, but there was some weight of responsibility. The journey since then has been very real, very messy, very raw, beautiful. There are times I've cried, there are times I've felt helpless, I've been angry, at the system, at myself, and at how slow change can be. But I've also grown, my values have shifted from perfection to being more present, from needing all the answers to just learning to listen deeply. I've learned to sit with that discomfort, to celebrate the small wins, and to, show up even on days when I feel like I cannot. There have been students who have struggled with phonics, some students who have never touched a computer, and some of them are, trying to find their own voice. But every day they remind me why I am here. I have taught them, but they've taught me more about resilience, about curiosity, the joy, that quiet power of hope. Teaching is nothing like I expected. Most days it's chaotic, some days it's exhausting, but it's very real every single day. There are moments that make you question yourself, there are moments that overwhelm you, then there are these small wins, the students that stay back after class, not because they have to, but because they want to learn more, they want to spend more time with you. It's in the unexpected thank yous and the little acts of kindness that remind you why you're here. We grow up with certain ideas of who we will be, and some parts feel obvious, expected, but sometimes there is this quiet thought that lingers. What if I tried something different? And for me, that thought led me to Teach for India. I came thinking I would teach, but in truth, I've been the one learning. Teach for India isn't just a fellowship, it has been a journey. The one that challenges you, the one that humbles you and changes you in ways that you don't expect. Even if a handful of students get the exposure they need, even if one child realizes that they can be so much more than what the society expects of them, I think this journey will be worth it. And if you are watching this and wondering whether Teach for India or any program like this is for you, I want you to ask yourself, do you want to understand the ground reality of this country? Not from a report, but by living it. Are you ready to be changed by it? If the answer is even maybe, then apply, volunteer, start a conversation. And if you would like to be a part of my project, help, design, mentor, anything, or even just visit my classroom, drop me an email and I would love to hear from you. And if you've ever thought about teaching or making a difference, or even just about the kind of impact that one person can have, I hope this video gives you something to think about. Let me know in the comments if there was a moment that made you step into a role that you never expected. And if you would like to see more about my journey, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.